What up, G-Life? It's your boy MC Shadow back at you with another video. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's absolutely free. That is how you help my channel get into the algorithm. Highly appreciate if you go ahead and do that. Don't forget to check out my second channel, Man Society M.O.D. That's where we go live and talk about, pretty much anything and everything. Now, what I wanted to get into was actually a video I had seen by 16 of Life. Chill, go subscribe to his channel. Solid individual. He talks about, his overall, experiences and stuff like that. Now, normally on my channel, I never talk about incarceration and never go into those subjects and stuff like that, right? I'm not a prison channel, but we're going to talk about more of the moral standpoint on the video he had uploaded about are blacks like too sensitive, right? I guess, pretty much saying that a lot of people say that that they're always in defense mode, like, that people are always saying that, that they complain about this and that, right? Well, people feel like that, right? And he said that, after being attacked for so long, time and time again, at some point, people just have to defend themselves, and he just feels like his people are just speaking up because, constantly he feels like, people talk down on their program or try to berate them, you know what I mean? And I know what he's talking about, I definitely, know what he meant, right? Especially, in the sense that you're not from that program, you're not of their ethnicity, to know and understand their program or exactly how it goes, right? Like you're just somebody who's looking from the outs looking in, right? So how could you be telling people about what they do and what they don't do, which is absolutely true. Anytime I get asked about Crips or Bloods or stuff like that, right? Outside of my limits, I never give my opinion on it, right? Like, because I wouldn't be able to tell you how their structure goes or how it's run or their program or what they can do and what they can't do or this and that. Even though I know individuals, have talked to individuals, I just always say the same thing. Like, you would have to go and ask somebody from their program in order to find out that what you want to know, because I wouldn't be able to tell you. You know what I mean? Because that's outside of my limits. Um, you know, and there is a lot of people that do tend to, try to, how can I say? I guess speak for them or speak in behalf of them when they have no idea, how their stuff goes, right? Um, and they end up getting it wrong, or they end up taking subliminal shots, because individuals sometimes do that, right? Because their pride gets in the way, and they give them their flowers, but at the same time they throw a few cheap shots here and there in there, right? um, they just obviously don't see it because of their egos or their pride, right? um, the reason why they don't realize what they are doing, right? You gotta watch what you say and how you say it in this world. You know what I mean? um, especially when you're talking about topics like this, because people, you could offend people, bro. You know what I mean? And you can't be now, you know, mad when they're calling you out for it, right? Um, because like I said, if anybody feels like they're being talked down on, they're gonna defend themselves. They have every right to, and it was more about the Hispanics and the speaking on black business, and it's true. It does always start with the brown. You know what I mean? Like you always see the raza always talk about their program, when they're just doing them, and so I understand from their side of why they could be upset, because of that, like because misinformation or whatever, right? Saying that the blacks don't check paperwork or that they allow this and that or that they're disorganized and all kinds of stuff, right? um, like at the same time they give them their flowers, but at the same time they throw all of this in there, right? Which is like, whoa, what's up with all this, bro? Those are all shots right there being taken, bro. Facts. You know what I mean? Um, for whatever reason. Um, but the only thing I, would say about, the brothers, right? When they feel offended, they say, they make videos, I guess, replying to certain individuals, is that it's unfair that at the same time, just because one Mexican individual said it or two or whatever, that people are upset or take shots at the whole entire brown raza, right? Like, oh, see how these Mexicans are, or you see how these Southerners get down, and it's like, why? Because one individual or two individuals said something. Like they don't speak in behalf of everybody. They don't speak in behalf of the raza. They don't speak in behalf of the South. They don't even speak in behalf of their neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? So how is it that people could say that or the Mexicans, the Browns? Nah, they should just say like them individuals, like this person or that person, instead of trying to involve the whole raza, because they don't speak in behalf of us, or anything like that. Because a person can only speak in behalf of themselves and give you their opinions and their perspectives. You know, they don't speak in behalf of the group. So for individuals to try to now hold the group accountable because of that, right, is unfair, in my personal opinion, right? Um, but I understand why they're upset, right? But like I said, it's just the opinion of that person. Like I said, they don't think in behalf of everybody, or we don't all think the same, or we don't all share the same mentalities, to be trying to put us all in the same boat. Is the only thing that I say that is unfair that's done, right? Um, you know what I mean? But other than that, yeah, they're absolutely right. That individuals, always try to, stick their nose where it doesn't belong, right? Try to speak on something that they were not a part of. So how could they give you any idea of what it is? You know what I mean? Um, but that's overall my opinion. My thoughts. What do you guys think? Leave it in the comments. Shadow, we out.